Hi, I'm Laurel Moe, and today I would like to talk about Christopher Latham Sholes. Christopher Latham Sholes was born in western New York on February 14, 1819, and moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin in 1837, where he began a career as a journalist. He founded the newspaper The Democrat in Green Bay, where he would reside until he moved to Milwaukee, where he became editor of the local newspaper The Sentinel. Sholes had a lengthy political career, serving in the Wisconsin Assembly and the state Senate. He also served as the postmaster for the cities of Kenosha and Milwaukee and was a member of the Milwaukee City Board of Public Works. Sholes died at the age of 71 on February 17, 1890. Sholes was a prominent Wisconsin newspaper publisher and politician. However, it would be his development of the first practical typewriter that would revolutionize communications between individuals, businesses, and government agencies, enabling significant economic growth, as well as a large change in workplace demographics. While the first writing machine patent was granted in 1714 to Henry Milley, followed by over a century of patents for cumbersome and impractical writing machines, it would be the efforts of Sholes that would lead to the first practical writing machine that he called the typewriter. In addition to being a newspaper publisher, Sholes was also a printer who was working with another printer, Samuel W. L. Soule, and developing a machine to imprint page numbers on blank books and serial numbers on bank checks. Carlos Glidden happened to be in the machine shop where Sholes and Soule were working, and after looking at their efforts, was quoted as saying, "Why can't a machine be made that will write letters and words instead of simply numbers?" Soon after the conversation, Glidden showed Sholes an article in Scientific America describing a writing machine called the Teratype invented by John Pratt. The article closed by stating that whoever would make a successful writing machine would not only secure a fortune, but would confer a blessing upon mankind. By September 1867, Sholes, Soule, and Glidden had completed their first typewriter with a subsequent patent in 1868. While their invention received little attention from business and government, an acquaintance, James Densmore, was impressed and agreed to finance improvements of the typewriter for a quarter interest in the project. Soule and Glidden would leave the enterprise, while Sholes and Densmore would turn out 50 different versions of the typewriter until a final model was completed in 1873. At that time, Densmore approached Remington, a gun manufacturer on the brink of bankruptcy, with the idea of mass producing the typewriter in their factory. Remington would accept the offer and pay Sholes $40,000 for its patent. The result would be the Remington typewriter, which would be sold by the thousands in the last decades of the 19th century and into the 20th century. Hierarchical companies were established to exploit the extensive grid of transportation and communication systems in which large shipments of raw materials and products could be expedited from point of origin to domestic and international markets. Industries with the organizational capability to integrate management, production, and distribution would dominate their markets. Accurate and timely written information would be necessary to coordinate the delivery of raw materials with the manufacturing and transportation of final products. The use of typewriters would increase efficiency and accuracy in business correspondence, orders, schedules, and records. P.G. Hubert recognized that typewriters improved the efficiency of business correspondence when he made the following statement in his 1888 article, "The Typewriter, Its Growth and Uses." According to innumerable tests and to the experience of 9 out of 10 of our active business houses, the typewriter, as compared to the pen, saves 40 minutes an hour, or to carry out the calculation, 5 hours and 20 minutes in a business day. In a country like ours where time means money, it is very easy to estimate how many times the typewriter must pay for itself every year in a business office. In addition to the increased efficiency in business applications, Sholes' typewriter would bring about a lasting change in workplace demographics. According to an article, One Liberating Machine, in the March 30, 1933 edition of the New York Times, the typewriter transformed the life of women more than any other circumstance of the last 100 years. In fact, the article estimated that the typewriter led to the creation of the largest group of female workers that included 1.25 million office workers at that time. The perseverance of Christopher Latham Sholes in developing a practical typewriter will lead to dynamic business efficiencies and change the workplace demographics through the creation of over 1 million office jobs for women.